Welcome to Raq The Mic, a show where we can get real about this thing called life. So join me, Raquel, for some conversations that need to be had. Are you tuned in? Well, turn me up a little. Hey, sister friends, I'm your host, Raquel, and this is Raq The Mic. I'm dedicating time and attention to life as a single Black woman and the challenges that come along with it. And I'm also speaking not only from experience, but also from the heart on relatable topics that I want you to hear about. So tune in as I speak real and raw, and we're definitely going to vibe and vent, and we might sip a little tea too. First off, I want to give thanks for the air in my lungs and for another day and chance to live life. I want to welcome my new listeners. Thank you for tuning in. And to my followers and returning listeners, thank you so much for continuously rocking with me. Now, let's get into it as I sip this peppermint tea, and it's piping hot. Today's episode will be solely on the steps and journey I took on healing my heart. How many of you are in the process or have been through it already? Comment and let me know. As I drop episodes, you will learn more about me. This is my podcast, and I speak about my experiences as a single Black woman and single parent. And let me clarify that those are two different things. Yes, I am the only and primary provider for my children, and I do not have relationship ties to any man. Now, with that small piece of information, people in this world we live in will look at me like bitter baby mother who will never get a man. Y'all, I've heard it all. I've been told I'm just good for lying on my back. But let me tell you something. My oldest is 21 and my youngest is 5. I have 3 in between. And let me just add that all 5 of my beautiful children are thriving. Okay. Let me just keep it real. I always will and I always do. But I just want to be honest and say that I did pick their daddies. And yes, there is too. Don't judge me. They are the ones who don't want to co-parent, not even a little bit. So again, yes, I am single, a single parent, doing it all plus some and then more. Having kids with 2 different men, that alone puts me in a lose-lose position or situation to some of you. And look, I'm not here to prove you wrong at all. I just know you're not right, and it's not up for a debate. I can tell you that most people who are loud and wrong about Black women like myself are the men who've helped women lose themselves. They've crushed our hearts, stumped on our dreams, kept us in an unsafe and unstable, toxic world of theirs. And then when that breakup happens, they carry on in life as if they're the prize to win. Like they are him. Have y'all been hearing the men say or post on their social media that they are him? Let me know in the comments, please. Let me know in the comments if you have a true him or is your dude just as delusional as I was in my last relationship. Listen, this is not a platform that I will be using to bash men. Trust me, I love men. Hey, might I add, I'm 40 and fine. Sprinkle. No, listen though. Wholeheartedly, trust me, I really do love men. I won't use this platform to bash men at all, like I said. But I will speak on the facts about men who have caused heartache and pain because I've been there deep into it and I have fully lost myself in that trauma. It took time, patience, and courage to heal my heart. I'm talking about crying my soul away day in and day out after that breakup, or whether it was honestly an evil ex or a friend who has really always been a true enemy, because I've been there before too. And we can't forget about those toxic friendships. Tears were always in my eyes, guys. Like, I always was crying. Because when I tell y'all every failed friendship that I have in both of my relationships that I've been in, they wore me out. They tore me down. When the detachment happened, I truly felt like I had lost that life and that I'd never trust and or love again. Most days and nights, I cried until I couldn't cry anymore. Things eventually go so numb and you don't feel anything anymore. All the while, I'm serving face as a mom, employee, and just a person every single day. That shit right there was and is unhealthy. How many of you been in that dark space, not knowing how to find your light again? Let me know in the comments. Let me tell y'all though, I was so happy to get to the point of crying and understood eventually that tears are a true release, a straight form of detox. I know y'all like the detox, but listen, check it out. I feel like through my healing process, all of the wild trauma, I cried a lot of tears that felt like tears of both sadness and happiness mixed together. The feelings that I felt from crying was no more hurt, and yes, I do want love, true love, real love. It was no more dysfunction, and I was yearning peace. I was forming a routine to cry and talk through what I felt. I found myself understanding why I was sad, and that made me realize how much I needed to heal. I would sometimes listen to music and pull out my Bible. Sometimes I just would write. I write whatever came to my mind. But no matter what I was doing, I would cry the entire time. Eventually, I started to feel much more relaxed about things that were so heavy on my heart. I was learning emotional intelligence and also how to cope. And for me, that meant I knew I had to trust this process, and that made me lessen the chokehold of control that I had on myself. I was truly releasing and letting go. My steps were reordering. My faith was no longer wavering. I learned how to let go and maintain my sanity within. I figured out how to understand how to protect my peace. And that for me was definitely rewarding. It was very soothing. I actually just saw a post on social media that says something like, when you know better, your transition to do better is so much easier. What a gift it was to return to myself. Soothing my mental health was a must for me to win at life again. My children didn't deserve to see me broken. I started to embrace myself, love myself, care for myself, and believe in myself. My peace was not going to go missing again. I went into straight isolation because I needed to set boundaries and raise my standards. And that's exactly what I did. I had lost value, and I knew my worth all along. All I needed to do to be happy again was to love on myself first. Leave a heart emoji if you are happy and in love with yourself. And I want to tell all of my listeners who are going through the healing process this. The direction you take for yourself has to be for you and only you, and at your speed. Friends, listen, I started my healing process in early 2021. I didn't step outside, meaning like being social and mingling, a little nightlife, brunches here and there, until fall 2022. So it took me a little bit. My health was stable. My finances were at ease. Self-love had become my bestie. My children were proud of me. My goals were back on the table. God told me to remember who I am. I even gave friendship another try. But look, be on standby and look out for my episode on Black women tribes dropping sooner than later. If you have not already, please subscribe and follow my socials. Now, at this point, I want to drop the word of the day. Every episode, I'm going to leave y'all with a word of the day. Today's word drop is tolerance. There's no healing my heart without it. There was no healing my heart without it. If I let those past thoughts, feelings, experiences, and people's opinions and behaviors make my road spin daily, I want to be able to live my life like it's golden. And y'all, my aura is heavily bright. Do not stereotype me. I'm shining my natural, loving light, paving my own lane. Sister friends, and you deserve to as well. Give yourself time and grace. Let your heart beat softly. Healing is a never-ending process. It's all about maintaining our self-development, trusting our guide, and being fruitful abundantly. You cannot get on your Zoom without logging in first. Tap into yourself and be good and gentle with yourself. Learning how to cry as a release, highly recommend. Isolating myself to keep my peace protected. And please check out my meditation videos, top tier. All right, y'all, I'm signing off for now. I love y'all loyalty. And Goddess we trust, so be it true. Oh, friends, don't forget to subscribe and share. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Episodes dropping weekly. You do not want to miss out.